Oh, it's you. Why don't you come a little closer? Well, shucks, partner. I guess they finally saw fit to toss this here old bandit in prison. Guess you could say I fucked around and found out, little doggy. Now the lawman's got to me and I've yeed my last haw out on the prairie. Well, I have absolutely nothing to do in here. Which is fine, you know, I spent the first year of my life in a formless void, so I know a thing or two about keeping my mind busy. I'll just relax and lose myself in my mind palace. Hey, I know what'll keep my mind busy. A thought experiment. Are you familiar? It's sort of like a role-playing game, except instead of being played in a suspiciously horny Discord server, it's played in your brain arena. And this situation reminds me of one of my favorites. Does this formula mean anything to you? I thought not. In today's episode, let's learn about the prisoner's dilemma, one of the most famous thought experiments of all time. You might already know about it, but you will learn something today, I promise. The prisoner's dilemma was invented by some mathematicians in the 1950s. Like all things from the 1950s, it's made out of fabric that makes you really sweaty. I mean, it has violence deeply ingrained into it. So picture this. They've got me locked up in my cell, and over in the next room, they've locked up my partner in crime. Let's call him Ichabod. What? Why Ichabod? Well, that's my roommate's name. Not really. But it's a long story. Anyway, me and Ichabod don't get to talk to each other. We only get to talk to the detective. He pulls me into a room and he says, "Look, I'm Detective, Strawberry. Yeah, Detective Strawberry. I got a wife and 3 kids at home," he says. "I got no time for this. I'm going to Virginia Beach 3 weekends from now. I'm gonna miss my trip, and if I do, I'm blaming you. So here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna cut you a deal. It doesn't matter to me which one of you goes down for it. I just need a conviction like I need a hole in the head." And I say, "Wouldn't that phrase imply you don't need a conviction?" And he says, "I'm Detective Strawberry. I'm full of holes. Ain't you ever heard of seeds?" And I say, "Seeds aren't holes. They're seeds." And he says, "Listen to what I'm telling you. If you rat out your partner, I'll get you off scot-free." Now I know what you're wondering. Did I do the crime, or did Ichabod? Well, in this dilemma, and in real life, it doesn't actually matter. Somebody did something bad. I won't tell you who, but it was one of us, or both of us, or neither. Anyway, what matters is what happens next. Am I gonna rat out Ichabod, or is he gonna rat out me? Remember, while Detective Strawberry is grilling me, Detective Blueberry, his brother, is grilling Ichabod. There are 4 potential outcomes of these interrogations. A. I rat him out, and he stays quiet. He gets in big trouble, and I'm free. B. He rats me out, and I stay quiet. I get in big trouble, and he walks away. C. Both of us rat each other out. We split the sentence, and we both get in a little bit of trouble. Or D. We both stay quiet, and we both walk away free. How great is that? Of course, I gotta stay quiet. That way we can both walk out of here. So, that's it then. I'll just stay quiet. Wait a minute. What if he betrays me? What if Ichabod tells Blueberry that I did the crime? I mean, maybe I did, but that's not important right now. I don't want to get beamed for it while he walks. I'll have to split the sentence. Yes, that's right. The only thing to do is to blame him. But if he stays quiet, I can stay quiet too. But if I stay quiet and he blames me, I'm cooked. But if we blame each other...
Hence the dilemma.
Oh, Detective Strawberry.
However will you get yourself out of this conundrum? You can only choose once. You must live with the consequences of your actions.
Why are you talking like a dark prince?
I have always talked like this.
No, you haven't. In my mind palace, you were like really sassy.
Time marches ever forward, CD-ROM. My wife and 4 kids are expecting great things from me 3 weekends from now. Now, what is your choice?
I thought you had 3 kids.
I had another one while you were deciding. That's how long it's been.
Well, don't have any more. Before I make my decision, I need to consult some theory. Some game theory. There's a concept in non-cooperative games called the Nash equilibrium. It describes a game state in which the player cannot benefit from changing their strategy. But what does that mean? I'll give you an example featuring cars. You like cars, right? Statistically, 67% of my audience watches F1. Coincidentally, that's also what percentage of my viewers aren't subscribed. Think about that. Two cars are driving on the same road in opposite directions. You're driving on the right side of the road, like normal. However, the car approaching you is driven by a wolfman. Wolfmen, as is their custom, have a 50% chance of doing anything, including driving on the left side or the right side of the road. It is totally random. It is determined by solar flares or something. So, what should you do? Well, whatever you do, there's no point in changing lanes. Just stick to your initial decision and hope for the best. But in the prisoner's dilemma, it's not just 50-50, is it? I'm not facing a wolfman, I'm facing Ichabod. And Ichabod, like all non-wolfmen, have an important factor to consider. Their rational self-interest. Check this out. From a selfish perspective, let's consider the dilemma again, but ignore Ichabod this time. Outcome A is fantastic for me. Outcome B is bad for me. Outcome C is okay for me. And outcome D is great for me. So if I rat him out, I get either a fantastic or an okay. If I stay quiet, I get either a great or a bad. Game theory suggests that if I'm acting in my own self-interest, I will always choose to talk. But more importantly, it deduces that Ichabod will talk. He will act in his own self-interest too. So, should I swap my answer? No, I shouldn't. Remember the cars. The Nash equilibrium suggests I shouldn't change my answer. The only rational thing to do, according to this principle, is to talk. And Strawberry and his brother both know that. That's why in real life, real cops have actually used this method to elicit confessions. So let's check out that formula again. T is greater than R is greater than P is greater than S. It's a mathematical solution to the dilemma. T is the temptation payoff, aka getting away free while your partner gets punished. The P for punishment. If you both stay quiet, you both get R, the reward, and if you get shafted, you're an S, a sucker. So since temptation is better than a reward, and punishment is better than being a sucker, it mathematically proves that defection is the better strategy. I'm gonna do it, Ichabod's gonna do it, and we'll both be locked forever in eternal struggle. Or, jail.
I can't believe it. You've actually managed to solve it. Oh, if only I had remembered which symbol means greater than and which one means less than.
The alligator eats the bigger one.
Fascinating. So I ask you again, what is your choice?
I choose to accuse Ichabod.
You're in luck, life form. Ichabod knows not of the Nash equilibrium.
You mean...
That's right. I've always said that little bastard is part wolfman. Now, off you go.
Oof. Oh, I'm home. That went unexpectedly well. As much as I don't get along with the guy, this place is gonna be pretty lonely without Ichabod here. Oh, wait, he's calling me?
Hey, listen, I'm in the slammer for like the next 20 minutes. Some blueberry McFuck put me in the slammer. I don't even know what I did. Something about eating some cold fucking pad thai or some shit. I don't fucking know.
20 minutes? Are you kidding me? That's all the time you get for eating somebody's leftovers without asking? Yeah, I did it too, but... Sorry guys, I gotta go. I have some cold pad thai that's not mine to eat.